Welcome to Space Mountain PC, everyone. Are you guys ready to take a dive into the cosmos where I explore the PC technology universe? Because today I'm going to show you guys how to customize your own laptop to your own liking. But without further delay, let's get ready to blast off. So here I got a refurbished laptop. Now you can also customize your laptop using a pre-owned or a new laptop. Now, the first thing I'm going to need is I need a toolkit. I'm going to need an SSD, or should I say solid state drive, and I'm going to need an SSD drive enclosure. So where am I going to go with first? Well, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to open this up using my toolkit. I'm going to grab my screwdriver. And let me see. I'm going to choose this particular screw right here. And I'm going to need a prying scalpel, which is this right here. And I'm going to put this right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and open my laptop up. Now you can already see I've already messed with some of the screws, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of this one. And alright, so I'm going to pry this open. There we go. So now, this is the inside of the laptop. So, like it has an SSD in it already, but let me see. That looks like it's about 256 gigs. Nah, that's not enough. Let's say if I wanted to, add like a CAD program or something like a video software program on here. No, I don't think 256 gigs would be enough compared to a 1 terabyte, which I'm getting ready to install in this laptop. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this. I'm going to unscrew this SSD. Okay, we'll place the screw right there, and I'm going to take this out. Alright, 256, yep, 256 gigabytes. So I'm going to put this right here. Now, before I install my new SSD, the first thing I need to do is make sure it's initialized, which means it's readable and detectable inside the laptop. In order for me to initialize my SSD, the first thing I need is my SSD drive enclosure. Now, let me explain what this device does. What it does is it'll convert my internal SSD into an external SSD. But without further ado, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to connect this to my desktop. Now, if you have like an extra laptop, this can also work as long as it has USB ports. So I already have my SSD drive enclosure hooked up. So now I just need to get the SSD that I am planning to install in my laptop. So I have my SSD right here, 1 terabyte. Let's go ahead and take it out of the package. Okay, I got my SSD right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this out. That thing looks beautiful. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to install this SSD into the drive enclosure. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the cover. And let's go ahead and put the SSD in this drive enclosure, and voila, it is in. Alright, let's go ahead and start the initiation process. Since I now have my SSD connected to my desktop, we can now begin the initiation process. The first thing I want to do is go into this search box and click on it. As you can see, the create and format hard disk partitions is already up on the screen. So I just need to left click on here, and you see that the disk management program is on and initiating. Now it's already saying that it's asking me to initiate the disk, and it has a check right beside disk 2. So on this part you click OK. So now let's see if we have initiated the disk. So the disk is now unallocated, which means that it has no reserved space for an operating system, which means we can definitely now see if we can install an operating system on it. So let's go ahead and cut this off and take out the SSD drive enclosure. Now that we have my SSD initialized, time to install it in my laptop. Put it in this casing. Now I'm also going to add a heat sink to this. So take the plastic off here first. Careful with this one. I got it on there. pretty much done. There we go. Everything looks ready to go. Only thing I need to do now is let this charge a little before I turn it on. Now, since I have my SSD initialized, it's time for me to install the operating system. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install my operating system now. So time to open the laptop up and turn it on. But before I do that, I need to make sure everything is configured properly. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the F2 real quick. And when I go into the F2, that means right now I'm in my computer's BIOS. So while I'm in the computer's BIOS, I want to make sure, well, for one, I want to make sure that it's able to detect my SSD. So let me hit tab and scroll down. And as you can see right here, yes, it's definitely detecting my SSD. So that part is done. Only thing I need to do now is to see if secure boot is on. Let me see. Nope, it's not on. That's a good thing. But just to double check, I just want to check my system configuration. So let's see. Okay, and everything's configured here correctly. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to install my operating system now. Okay, And I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the BIOS. Now the next thing I'm going to do is hit F12 to go to the boot options menu. So I'm going to hit it right now as quick as possible. I'm going to keep tapping it until it comes on. And yep, I was on time. Okay, let's go ahead and start the process. Alright, and we're going to install my operating system. Install now. License agreement. Yes, I accept. I accept the agreement. And I see that. Yep, I have an unallocated space. What this means is no drive letter has been assigned for my solid state drive, which means there's no reserved space for me to put the operating system on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the unallocated space so I can create a reserved space for my operating system. So let's go ahead and click next. So it says right here, the partition on the disk selected for installation is not the recommended order. So for additional information about installing to a GPT disk, go to Microsoft website. So which means now I'm going to go ahead and still proceed with this installation. This might take a minute, folks. It won't be long now. And there you have it, folks. That means the SSD was properly installed and the operating system looked like it's going well. Well, I like to say thank you for watching. Tune in next time where we explore and learn more things in the IT universe, solve real-time technical issues, and so on. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, get notified.